Ahoy! I'm George,
I'm Jack.
and welcome to Hubble Brothers Gaming. But more important today, welcome to SummerSlam 2017 predictions. It's our first predictions video. Got to do it at a big event. Don't you agree?
I do agree.
Fortunately, we're too far away from WrestleMania. But,
That will come one day.
yes. So we're going to start with the first match. I've got the card here, it's not in order. It's not a set pre-show, but
It's okay.
we'll just work through it. It's all good. It'll be our little secret.
We'll figure it out.
So the first match now, we've got Akira Tozawa versus Neville for the Cruiserweight Championship. Who you got?
I have Neville.
Interesting. I was going to say Neville until Raw. Now I think it's Tozawa. I can't see him losing it 6 days after winning it. And I get the feeling that they're going to be pushing Neville more now. Get him out of the Cruiserweights. He's too good for it.
Well, he is too good for it, but WWE don't see that yet.
But he can become the king of the light heavyweights.
Maybe they can introduce a light heavyweight championship.
He just needs to go and take the Intercontinental Championship from the Miz.
That'd be fun. Maybe you might go in.
I'd
You might go in the brand split if they do it again.
Even as a heel versus heel feud, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I think we've gone slightly off topic.
We have gone slightly off topic. So just recap. You're going for...
Neville.
I'm going for Tozawa. Right. Done. We'll try and keep on topic now. Right, next match. We've got the Hardy Boys and Jason Jordan versus The Miz and the Mr. Arch.
Hardys and Jason Jordan.
You can't look anywhere else for that. It's... I mean, the Hardys aren't going to lose to a team of Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, and they've got Jason Jordan.
Who's Kurt Angle's son. So they're not going to have Kurt Angle's son lose in
It's his first pay-per-view.
He's
on the pre-show, which is bad enough.
Yeah.
And then
It's like with the Cruiserweight thing.
it's... There's no other thing. The Miz is not winning this one at all. Well, that was going to see. Quick.
Made it for last time.
Right, the next match we've got down is Naomi versus Natalya for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
I'm going to go with Naomi, even though I don't want it. It's going to be Naomi.
I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going Natalya. I think it's about time she got another championship reign.
Yeah.
She had like a 2-month reign with the Divas Championship.
Like this should be like a proper
And she's
reign
been
as
there
well.
like the longest out of anyone at the minute.
And then the next one will be Nikki Bella. Or Alicia Fox, I don't know. Don't really care.
No one cares about Alicia Fox.
Oh.
But yeah, apart from Noendo.
Yeah, it's not anymore though, but
We all know this. Anywho, so you've gone Naomi.
Yep.
I've gone Natalya. Next match, John Cena versus Baron Corbin.
I have Baron Corbin.
I've got Cena.
We've got a lot of range here.
Even before Corbin lost his contract, I was going Cena because it's always the same thing. They lose, and then they cash in when no one expects because they've been losing. And now Corbin's lost his briefcase. There's nothing going for him at the minute. Whereas Cena's supposedly heading to Raw, and if he heads to Raw with a couple of wins under his belt, and it kind of makes up for his loss to Nakamura in a way.
I think that was my phone.
Good for you.
Yeah, but I'm just going for Corbin because I feel like he needs it after that god awful cash in.
Yeah, he needs it, but they're not going to give it to him over Cena.
No.
Right, next match. Randy Orton versus Rusev.
Randy Orton.
I've got Rusev.
We picked. We've always gone for the opposite, except for the Hardys one.
I think because Rusev lost to Cena, I think he needs it, otherwise he's just going to look like a joke. He comes in after wanting a championship match at Money in the Bank that he didn't get and saying he wouldn't come back, and he did come back, lost to Cena, then loses to Randy Orton. But there is part of me that also thinks he's going to lose by like DQ or something to extend the feud a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. So I'm going to go for Randy Orton here because of the losses to Jinder Mahal. They don't want to make it seem like Randy Orton is less of an opponent Cena with I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I get where you're coming from. He's lost to Mahal like 3 times, but then they had the grudge match on SmackDown where he won.
Yeah.
And
that really should give him another title shot.
I mean, yeah, they always use that logic, don't they? Oh, you beat the champion, so he's in line for a shot, but they're not going to give it to him.
No.
So, recap: Orton, Rusev. Right, next match we got Bray Wyatt versus the Demon King, Finn Balor.
I have Finn Balor.
Finn Balor all the way. He's bringing back the demon. He's not losing as a demon.
The second time was a demon on the main roster. A year since
since he won the Universal Championship as the demon.
Yeah, he's not going to lose it.
There's no way he's losing as the demon. Simple as that. It's another match that Wyatt loses.
That's just Wyatt, though, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it is Wyatt. He wins up to the pay-per-view, then loses the big match. And so, when you stick Balor in his demon stuff, there's no way Wyatt's picking up a win for that. Right. Another one we've actually agreed on. So, next match. Another pre-show match. Would have been a lot easier if these were in order.
Yeah.
The New Day defending the SmackDown Tag Team Championships against the Usos.
I have the New Day.
I also have the New Day. I don't see why they'd lose it so quickly.
Yeah.
And the fact that they gave away the match on SmackDown and Usos won kind of says to me now they're not winning at SummerSlam.
Because I've gone for those reasons as well. But then also because if they do another superstar shake-up, the Usos have room to go into Raw. So
there is that.
They wouldn't need the SmackDown tag titles because they're going to Raw. So
yeah.
Decent.
Next match. We have Big Show versus Big Cass with Enzo Amore in the Shark Cage.
I have Big Cass.
Yeah. There's not giving Big Show the win at SummerSlam.
Especially considering it's in Brooklyn.
Actually, when you think that, they're likely to lose. I mean, they did do it, didn't they, when they faced Owens and Jericho.
Yeah, but I feel
backyard, and then they lost.
Yeah, but I feel like if they want to make Cass something big, he'll kind of need this win.
Yeah, he needs the win, and he's going to get the win. I mean, Big Show had his hand broken.
Yeah, by the club and Cass. But,
you just wonder how Enzo's going to get involved in it, because he's going to get involved in some way. There's no way they're just literally just going to have him hang. Whether he tries to drop something to help Big Show out, and then backfires.
Yeah, I think he just drops the microphone and lands on Big Show's head. So.
Big Show turns heel for the millionth time and beats the shit out of Enzo Amore at the end of the match.
But the whole match, Enzo's just cutting a promo in the Shark Cage.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me if they gave him a mic through that. Keep the crowd hyped.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So we're both gone for Big Cass.
Not hard, really, was it?
Not really. Next match. AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens for the United States Championship with Shane McMahon as the guest referee.
I have AJ Styles.
I also have AJ Styles. Because I don't feel like this match was supposed to happen at SummerSlam at all. Because there was definitely something went wrong in their last match when Owens won it back.
Yeah.
When they brought Jericho back for a triple threat for one night, so Styles could win it back. Because it was supposed to be Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon originally at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Which I believe now they're pushing back to WrestleMania.
It'd be an interesting match to see.
I'd like to see the match. I just feel like it's because of a slight mistake. I mean, it's not a big thing.
Yeah.
But
so I'm going for AJ because I don't think they'll give Kevin Owens his 4th United States Championship win.
This is it. It's
especially in a year's time. It's like the Raw Women's Championship.
I would say you look at that. Everyone loved how that got passed around, and yet now the United States Championship's being done with 2 people. It's been pretty much the same way. Everyone's going crazy about it and moaning.
Yeah.
All I've seen is hate for it. But then they love how the Raw Women's Championship was elevated because they did the same thing. But, anywho, let's not get off topic again.
We have a serious problem.
We do. So, we've both gone AJ Styles?
Yep.
Fantastic. Right.
Okay.
Right, so next up we've got the Raw Tag Team Championships. We have Sheamus and Cesaro defending against Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins.
I have Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins.
I also have Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins.
I feel like they should deserve it. They should have it.
Yeah, it's been one of the best storylines they've actually had going this whole.
Yeah.
Because since they broke up, Dean Ambrose has had this hatred for Rollins, which you can understand.
Yeah.
And it seemed like the Roman Reigns one, it was too quick. It was like 1 week and Reigns was like, yeah, fair enough, I forgive you. But the way they've done it, they've built it up really well, and it'll cap it off brilliantly if they win the Tag Team Championships. And then it sets up the full Shield reunion later on,
Yeah.
especially if Reigns wins the Universal Championship at some point. Which we all know he's going to do at some point, but
Yeah.
how soon, we don't know.
We're just going to have to find out.
We'll have to find out. So we've both gone for
Ambrose and
Shield
Rollins.
2.0. Next up, the Raw Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks.
I have Sasha Banks. As long as I don't want it to happen, I have Sasha Banks.
Yeah, I've also had to go for Banks. I mean, I like Sasha Banks, don't get me wrong, and I feel like she deserves a proper run as
Yeah.
Women's Champion. But I feel like they've not done enough with Bliss on Raw. On SmackDown, she was like a main point and one of the best parts of SmackDown. Since she's come to Raw, it's not been the same. You've had that more hanging storyline of Sasha turning heel on Bayley.
Yeah, so that's why I've gone for Sasha, because she wins it, and she can turn heel eventually on Bayley, saying that she's won the championship.
Yeah. So you like say, oh, I did what you couldn't do. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Bayley comes back, wants a match that she never actually got. Banks maybe turns it down or does it, but then cheats to win. Something just to turn Banks heel, and eventually, if they play it right, they could play this up to WrestleMania and then give Bayley a proper WrestleMania story that she was supposed to have had last year.
Yeah. I'll enjoy watching that.
If it's anything as good as their takeover Brooklyn match.
From
2 years
oh
ago,
god, yeah.
then that'd be amazing. So yeah, we've both gone Sasha Banks. So we're starting to agree now.
Yeah.
It's taking its time, but we're getting there.
We're going to definitely disagree on.
Let's see if we agree with this one. The WWE Championship match. Jinder Mahal defending against Shinsuke Nakamura.
I have Nakamura.
Obviously Nakamura. If Nakamura goes through, having been unbeaten so far, beats Cena clean on SmackDown, then goes on to lose to Jinder Mahal, no matter how much they try and push Mahal as a main eventer, it's not going to work.
He's not going to win it at a major pay-per-view at SummerSlam.
Right, see, I've had Nakamura down for ages, and I had him losing it straight away to Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
But then Corbin failed to cash in, and now I think Nakamura's going to take the title. He's going to go on a long run with it. We're going to see Styles win the Royal Rumble, and we're going to get Styles Nakamura at WrestleMania.
I agree with that, actually. I think that's fantastic.
We will have a match of the year contender right there. Done. Easy. And final match. The Universal Championship. The reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion Brock Lesnar.
And that's my pick.
Defends, wait for it, defends against Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe.
Brock Lesnar. Because he's not going anywhere. Even if they say he'll leave WWE, it'll probably be about a month if it happens. Into his next big feud.
He's scheduled at the minute to appear at the next Raw pay-per-view.
And the Raw after SummerSlam as well.
So, for him to be put down to appear and then doesn't, it's going to piss a lot of people off. But there's also part of me that thinks this is the perfect time to take the belt off him. Because again, it's the same as when he won the WWE Championship. He's not there, which takes away... They want to boost the value of the Universal Championship by putting it on Brock Lesnar, which I agree would work.
Yeah.
But he's not there enough.
It was like Goldberg. Yeah, he was there occasionally.
But he wasn't there enough, and it's like you...
And the match length, the actual match length of that, the WrestleMania match as well, will be like 5 minutes. was not enough to establish a main championship title.
Yeah, this is it. See, it's like big names which build it up, which works if they're there. It's like right now, if Cena came onto Raw and won the Universal Championship, I know he's basically on part-time now, but while he's there, he does fully. He does the live events.
Week.
He's every week. And if you put the title on him, that'd automatically boost it.
Yeah.
And it'd do more, I think, than giving it to Lesnar. There's a big part of me that really wants to see Strowman win it.
I'd love to see Strowman win it because
I'm picking Strowman's my pick just because
these matches against Roman Reigns where they establish him as a huge monster, and then for him to win a Fatal 4-Way with like the four, or arguably like the four best competitors Raw had at this current moment of time, it'll make him so much better.
This is like the hardest one to pick because you could easily pick all four.
You could pick Samoa Joe because Heyman took going backstage.
Heyman wants Joe as the winner, and they built him up brilliantly in his feud with Lesnar, and he was so close to winning it. It wouldn't be a shock to see him pick up a victory at SummerSlam, and then there's Roman Reigns who already is a 3-time WWE champion.
And he's always there.
He's always there or thereabouts. So to see him win would be a surprise. It's a really tough one to pick, but I'm going Strowman just because of like how they built him up.
Yeah.
And I feel like if they don't cash in on it soon, they're gonna lose that a little bit. Because he's already got a couple of losses to Reigns.
But at least he's got all the pay-per-view ones.
You just wonder how long they're gonna try and keep it going, and they can't have him feud with Reigns until next WrestleMania or Royal Rumble or whenever.
Admittedly, this year the feud between Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman has probably been one of the best ones this whole year.
Oh, I've loved it.
And the way that they've played it out since the start of the year to SummerSlam now, I see them carrying that on into Survivor Series.
I feel like they could, but there's also the fact that like the last couple of weeks we've had a last man standing match. We go back, they had an ambulance match. You think, as good as the matches have been, they can't keep doing all these matches. They've got to eventually pull them apart, otherwise people will get bored of it.
Yeah, so that's the thing. If Braun Strowman wins the Universal Championship, Roman Reigns is going to want that title match.
This is it. But it's one that it's probably the match I'm looking forward to the most because of the unpredictability.
Yeah.
Because
it's a shame we have to wait until the very last match for it.
While you don't think Lesnar's not actually going to leave because he's contracted till WrestleMania, they could quite easily put that into a storyline because if he's going to go back to UFC for a fight against John Jones,
because there's 5 months still left in the ban.
Yeah.
You can go all up to WrestleMania, leave at WrestleMania, then have the UFC match.
Even if somehow he got the UFC match before WrestleMania and came back for a storyline there. But
yeah. Who knows?
So yeah, I've gone Strowman, you've gone Lesnar. That probably ended up being Roman Reigns. Because it's always Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Even though he's getting better, he's going more to that badass character.
Yeah.
He's slowly getting there. So yeah, that was our SummerSlam 2017 predictions. I hope you enjoyed it. And I guess we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Whenever that may be. Goodbye.